Hello. Today I want to talk about a story that's going viral. I saw it all over Reddit this morning when I woke up. It's about the teacher who claims to be a white supremacist to his diverse classroom on film. It didn't go well. It's not going well. But I'm an educator, believe it or not, in the middle school setting. The setting that he's in the video, as you're going to see, is a setting I'm super comfortable with. It looks like a bunch of classrooms that I've been in. And just how he goes wrong in this video and the response of the students, which is amazing, is really worth talking about. I think it represents a lot of problems that I see every day in education in a red state. So instead of watching the whole video, it's kind of long. I'm going to leave a link to the video so that you can just pause and watch that video. I'm going to begin breaking it down when I see something notable in the first 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and put it on.
Okay, can I go first? What happened?
Yeah. If you weren't, you would not have just said.
You treat me the wrongest out of everybody, because every time you would let these groups, you let them go to Miss Children when they're passing. But when I need to go, no, you can't go. Like, bro, that's racist. And guess what? They're all not in my skin color, so that's kind of
So
racist.
if I was racist, I wouldn't let you go to the restroom, would I?
But you don't want him in your
Okay, so far we've seen this young guy essentially tell his teacher reasons why he feels discriminated against in the classroom. He's doing so very calmly, I would say respectfully, and he's just laying it out. Like, these students get these privileges, whereas students like me do not get these privileges. We're treated differently. And so the teacher seems to hand him a demerit or a hall pass, something along those lines, and he says, if I was racist, I wouldn't let you go to the bathroom. And so that's a lot just to begin with. Not the response needed in this situation by a long shot. But as the student leaves, the teacher gets up. He gets up with such force. The other students you just saw, boom, they're up too. So before I even continue, he has willfully raised the tension in the situation. That's not a teacher that should be in a classroom already before he's even said or done the big racist thing he's about to do. I can already tell you, this guy is escalating situations in the classroom. This guy is acting in ways that cause minority students to feel misrepresented. Wow, brother. So let's keep going.
No,
Why'd you say I am?
You said I am racist.
You said I am racist, which means I think
No, you said I am racist. That means you're
with the hard
That
S.
means right now. Like,
With the hard S.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Can I finish? Just let me finish. Okay.
I thought we were done.
I think it's
He's starting to think up something to say.
you don't know me at all. You can put words in my mouth. Just
I'm
let
just
me
trying
finish.
to what you
I'm trying to explain to you something that I've learned in my life. That's all I'm trying to say.
I took a minute. But I have to go now.
Go get the person pass.
Wow, that was the most prolonged cringe I've had to endure in a little bit. That section didn't really have anything too crazy, but it did once again prove that this guy has no idea how to de-escalate a situation, and this guy has just been put on the spot. And all these kids, it's incredible. They're sitting there so patiently, so quietly, because they know this guy is about to just put his foot in his mouth and say the thing you should not say. I mean, what? So the question I'm getting to at this point, how is this guy in a classroom? I mean, already an administrator in this school should have said something like, you know, this teacher is doing a bad job creating a safe environment. I mean, it's just all over. But whatever. Let's keep going. This is so bad.
All right.
Yeah.
So you are a racist.
Damn, how many times I gotta say it?
You been cussing at me?
No, I'm not talking at anybody.
'Cause
I'm
he's black.
frustrated with this conversation.
That she started. You're the one that said you were a racist.
You asked the question.
No, you were talking to him.
Get it, Mello.
And he said, yes, I'm a racist. Yes.
Somebody asked the question, I responded.
Hey,
I'll be sure to put this on the internet.
hey, I hope you know I'm famous, so I'm gonna put it on the internet.
I'll be sure to put this on the internet.
Yeah, you guys do what you need to do.
Okay, so are you racist? He says, damn, how many times do I have to say it? Yes. That is when you immediately see our hero, our student wearing the black t-shirt, start singing and dancing because this is the best day of his life. They are going to end this man. And he's singing and dancing. And then both students here say, oh yeah, I'm just going to put this on the internet. And then the other kid says, I'm famous. I'm going to put you on the internet. Oh man. Oh, this is so good.
I'm gonna call my father and say I'm gonna post this.
Miss Horde is right over there.
And you know my
And
dad
Miss
has
Horde
over
is
1 million
black.
on Instagram, so I'm gonna tell him to post this.
You guys don't think that I've made peace with all this stuff? You think I'm still walking around prejudiced against people who say, oh, no. Deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one. Wait, no, let me finish.
The way the students all laugh and smile when he says that makes me feel hope for this generation. That this man's like somewhat knowledge about white supremacist talking points. I'm an ethnocentrist. That means I think my race is disappearing. Bro, stop. Shut up, dude. And then these kids just die laughing. This makes me so happy. Wow.
So white is better than all.
No, let me finish.
Go
You finish.
ahead.
Hey,
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about
hey,
it.
I'm not racist though. I like all types of kinds.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only think
Wait,
that.
so you said you are what? You are racist?
You're saying you're like,
You're
I think
racist?
everybody's a racist at that level.
No, like, you said you are racist. correct?
I did. Yeah, I'm
Say
trying to be
yes,
honest.
I'm racist.
No, I'm not saying it again. I've said it enough.
So you're
I
racist.
think I slightly told you to stop speaking.
Yes, you
Did
said
it.
Put your phone up.
I respected you.
I'm
I
putting the
actually
phone up.
respected you for a while, but like
I'm putting the
now,
phone up.
I don't even got no more respect for you.
Put it up.
Yeah, for real. I don't think I got respect for him no more, bro.
You know, you should have more respect because I'm honest.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. What just a beautiful little mwah, chef's kiss at the end there. He says, hey, put up your phone. Just grasping at anything he can do at this point to resemble someone in charge of this situation. And then my two heroes, my two kings, they say there, he says, man, it's so honest. I had respect for you for a while. I really did. But I don't have respect for you anymore. And then the other guy says, yeah, I don't have respect for you either. Those guys, man, bravo. So let's talk about the aftermath here, and then I'll be done. But goodness gracious, that was a lot. So this situation happened in Pflugerville, Texas. I am in the southern states as well. So I can tell you that we have several crises going on at once that contribute to underperforming in the education sector. So there's this one problem, teacher shortage. And I think that comes from a few things. First, there is a change in how kids have behaved in the classroom because of the COVID gap year. So they spent a year at home learning on their computers and not interacting with their peers socially and in a controlled environment. So you have kids who are kind of behaving a little bit younger than they should at the age that they are and in the grade level that they're in. They also are performing academically lower in those grade levels by 1 to 2 years. So that as a teacher kind of pushes you away. you're thinking, I signed up to be a 7th grade math teacher, but I'm teaching 4th and 5th grade math to these 7th graders that are acting very young for their age. That's pushing people to kind of shift around where they're teaching, leave certain areas, and ultimately leave education altogether because of another crisis point, which is I think administrative oversight. So you're not seeing teachers held to high standards. They're teachers who just sit at their desk and don't really teach anything. They've kind of burnt out, given up. They're being paid to be the adult in the room that takes responsibility for the classroom. There are too many kids in the classes, and that's administrative oversight as well. Too many kids and too much paperwork and too much things needing to be considered for each individual student's success that the administrations just can't keep up with it. And you have classrooms in my state. I've personally been in a classroom with 42 kids, 45 kids, and that's less time for each individual student to have interaction with the teacher for their learning experience, and less control the teacher has to ensure that all students are learning and all students are positively affecting the environment around them. So discipline. Teachers don't want to be involved in this, and so they're leaving. They're going into other professions which are paying more. And people who are in other professions and thinking they'd like to try something new are coming into education. And I've seen and worked with a lot of first-year teachers recently that came from things like banking, retail, management. And they said, hey, let me give it a shot. It sounds fun. I've got a kid. So with all that being said, there's a lot of loose, weak points in education right now that not only causes kids to learn less and have less of a secure, structured environment, but also for weirdo teachers to say weirdo stuff in the classroom. So to get to that, let's go ahead and already just talk about how in Oklahoma, Governor Kevin Stitt applauded the Moore Public School District for using the police department as substitutes one day when they had a teacher shortage. Wow, amazing. I mean, kids in that class with police-related trauma, I'm sure that felt like a really safe learning environment for them. Rolling my eyes. But those are the kinds of things you'll see in these southern states, especially as they try to run off teachers who are LGBTQ positive. Again, rolling my eyes, guys. You have to understand, so many kids are LGBTQ. So many kids are just so darn unique. And that's because they have the internet and they've been fully, made aware of their autonomy and agency and rights as an individual. So thank God for these kids who are saying, I don't want to be taught by you. I'm recording your ass saying, terrible things, and we're going to get you fired because apparently somebody else isn't doing their job to make sure that the adult in charge of me right now is a safe person for me to be with. So administrative oversight, lack of really vetting some teachers. I want to make a point that I actually didn't study to be a teacher. I came into teaching because I needed something to do with my skills. So with that being said, I don't think you have to be holding a degree in education and be on a traditional certification route to be a teacher. Great teachers come from alternate certifications. But I mean, in the state of Oklahoma, all you have to do to be in charge of a large group of children for an indeterminate amount of time is pass a basic background check. That's it. But teachers also love to blab, I'm blabbing right now. So if a teacher you work with is saying some racist stuff, which if they're racist, they will, hence that video we just saw, you need to go report them. Report the administration if they don't do anything about it. Nothing gets education moving like a visit from the news. So let's do that. And if you are feeling like you would like to be a part of the solution, come on and join education. You can make a huge difference, and it's a great way to work really hard to not get paid very much money. Have a fantastic day, everybody.